The Crypto Markets Update is brought to you by KuCoin, the best place to find the next crypto gem.
So it's not just Twitter, of course. There's a lot going on in the crypto markets, although kind of quiet today, relatively speaking. Joining us now to discuss it is Noah Perlman. He's Chief Operating Officer at crypto exchange Gemini. Welcome, Noah.
Thanks so much for having me on.
Thank you. So we look at most of the major assets today are up in crypto. Why is that?
Yeah, good question. And look, I've been watching your show this week, and I think, Lawrence, we probably have more buyers than sellers, I think, as you would put it, which is why it's up today.
So, we have, well, thank you for that. It's always my favorite go-to line. Yet it's always true. What do you think in terms of the overall narrative? What's the narrative that matters right now? Is it the macroeconomic stuff, or is it we have a lot of algorithmic? We have one particular algorithmic stablecoin, particularly that's in the market and buying. So, do you think that's the bigger narrative than the macroeconomics, or is it a combination?
Yeah, it's probably a combination, but I do think that the macroeconomic story is still driving the narrative here. Obviously, we've still got, we've got China COVID containment, we've got Ukraine, we've got inflation. So we've got all of those things coming together. I don't know that the markets are trying to figure it out. We've got, points of view that we should be less correlated than we're seeing. But to date, it does seem to be, there seems to be stronger correlation than one would expect.
Yeah, let's talk about inflation for a second, because, we have inflation just hitting a 4-year high in the US, and, Bitcoin is supposed to be an inflation hedge, but everybody seems to be interpreting this inflation data in a different way, right? So, Bitcoin did go up, I guess, after the inflation data was released, but is that just coincidental? Is there any correlation here? And there's just so many different theories floating around. It's like, okay, well, the inflation anticipation was already priced in, or I don't know. I'm just curious how you see the inflation Bitcoin relationship, because there's like a lot of noise out there trying to interpret this data.
Yeah, no, I think that's right. But we do see a definite relationship between inflation and a driver of price. And we recently released our State of the Crypto report. I think we released it last week. And it was actually really telling. In that report, which surveyed 30,000 respondents across 20 countries, we found that in countries where over the last 10 years, they've experienced more than 50% devaluation against the US dollar, we found that people were 5 times more likely to say they plan to purchase crypto in the coming year than compared against other countries. And so that, again, may feed into the narrative. And Emily, quoting you from earlier this week, we do say in crypto everything is it's too early to see the correlation. But I do think that in this case, I really do think that's true. So that survey was about people who plan to do it in the next year. Pretty compelling numbers, and I think we'll start to see more of that.
Yeah, well, first of all, thank you so much for watching our show. I think you raise a really good point. When people talk about Bitcoin and inflation, they talk about it from such a US-centric point of view. It's like, well, it hasn't served as an inflation hedge in the US, ignoring all the data from all over the world. But since you've just mentioned your report, you have some interesting data points in there, about women, about crypto adoption in the pair, about global adoption. In your view, what is the most sort of striking or surprising thing that came out of this report?
Yeah, so it was we were really pleased with the report. It's the biggest one we've done. I don't know that there was anything so much surprising as validating. So, the big themes was that 2021 was the breakout year for crypto. Almost half of the people that we surveyed bought their first crypto in 2021. So sort of a doubling of the people in the space. And then the other main theme was a broadening of the base, more women, more diverse owners of crypto. The sort of crypto bro narrative of the past seems to be eroding. So those were 2 themes. The other 2 themes worth mentioning are a continued demand worldwide for more clarity and education. Clarity on the regulatory front. People still think that regulatory uncertainty is a barrier to coming into the space. And then the final piece, we've already talked about inflation as a driver of the crypto curious.
It's also interesting to see some of the we have a chart here showing
kind of the balance between crypto holders, between men and women and the ages. We see that it tends to be within the 20 to 30 year range is where most crypto holders happen to be, followed by 35 to 44. It gets a little older. Women, there seems to be, 26%, but it seems to be greater than it used to be. So that's an improvement. Also with the first time crypto acquirers, it seems that it's more recent than the holders. Yeah, there we go. Most of them have bought recently in this chart, about within 1 to 2 years, compared to the second largest tranche, which is in the 3 to 5 year range. Also, there's some news on your front. Gemini is releasing a credit card, and I'm wondering if you could tell us, what makes this different from all the other credit cards out there in crypto land right now.
Yeah, I'm so excited. We've been working on this for a long time. General availability just launches today. We have over 500,000 people on the wait list that we've been rolling off recently. And I'm so excited about it because two things which I think are unique on the market. I know there's some other products out there, but one is real-time rewards. So the minute you swipe your card, you actually see the rewards go into your account. And the app, it's really sleek. I mean, I've been using it in beta for a couple of months, and I'm still very excited every time I make a purchase, open up the phone and actually see the currency go into the account. And then of course you get the appreciation during, from the moment you make the purchase. So that's one innovation which I don't think any other card has. The other really exciting thing is that you can change what rewards you get in real time. So any of our 60 plus currencies you can use, and there's no limit to the amount you change. I mean, literally, you could buy your drinks at the bar, receive Bitcoin as your reward, and then when you buy your main meal, you can switch it and get Doge or ETH or whatever it is you like. So it's very exciting. I've been using it a ton. Like I said, every time I take the card out, whether it's at a restaurant, a store, engage in conversations with people. And one of the things that we're really excited about, in addition to the features, is that it's a great way for people who may be still skeptical or still cautious about crypto to get into the space. I mean, we like to say they're playing with house money. You don't have to write a check. You don't have to deposit anything. You just can sort of not change your regular behavior and start exploring the space and getting into it.
Also interested, well, since we're in tax season, I've been asking this question frequently, but what are the tax implications of buying things with crypto?
Yeah, so the way our card works, it's fiat, and the rewards are not taxed. I should obviously caveat this: this is not tax advice, and you should consult your own tax advisor. But you are not taxed on the rewards that you receive in real time. In other words, it's like airline miles.
So, is this it's a debit card, correct? So it's not a credit card. So I have 2 toddlers. My credit's now shot. So, nonetheless, if you have crypto, you're not going to be turned away, correct? I mean, this is
Mark. Actually, it is a credit card.
Okay.
So it's issued in partnership with MasterCard. WebBank is our issuing bank. So no, it is absolutely a credit card.
But doesn't that kind of defeat the purpose of crypto, though? I mean, in many ways, crypto, the whole idea was that, your credit is not an issue. Most people, or the appeal for crypto, at least, is that if you're unbanked or you're unable to access credit, here's a method by which you can at least get some sort of ability to participate in the economic system or in an economic system. So doesn't this sort of kind of defeat that?
It's a good question. I wouldn't say that it defeats it as much as this is a complementary product that we're offering alongside. We have other products. We have something called Gemini Pay, which allows people to use their crypto directly to pay without needing to apply for credit. What I think that this product solves for is getting more people into the space because it looks and feels like something that they're used to and allows them to sort of get rewards that allow them to really explore the different cryptos. And it's not just obviously for people who are new to the space. I mean, as evidence of the fact that we had 500,000 people on the wait list, there was huge demand among sort of the crypto, hardcore crypto devotees for this product. And again, the early returns have been just so great in terms of how people like this product.